Yo, welcome everyone. Trump just started pumping the entire crypto market, and if now Bitcoin breaks this major trendline resistance, things will get very interesting. Let me show you, because already yesterday we paid attention towards this brand new double bottom pattern, and if Bitcoin was able to see a breakout through the neckline of the double bottom pattern, significant bullish indication, and we can definitely talk about much higher price targets. Not only because our double bottom pattern is right now seeing a break towards the upside, but also one of the most important levels has right now been acting as the area of support because it was flipped from the area of resistance. Measuring the entire bottom price action with volume, and you can right now see we hit our point of control, or the biggest volume cluster of the entire bottom price action. However, the most important level we have been paying attention to has not been the point of control right here, but actually the value area low. Now, why is this level such an important level? Simply because once we do see acceptance once again above the volume level, we increase the probabilities of Bitcoin seeing a rotation towards the top of the value area high, which as of right now lands at approximately 89,000 US dollar area. And of course, if you have been paying attention to my tweets, I have been posting them for the past couple of days, you definitely know we have been bullish, and since the past couple of days, we have been paying attention to exactly this very important area of resistance, the value area low, where I even said the only important level for Bitcoin right now. Reclaim it and Bitcoin will likely pump much higher. Hope you're ready, sir. And of course, we have been bullish on Bitcoin literally since the exact bottom, since approximately 76,000 US dollars, and that is why right now personally I am holding some insane long positions. Brand new Bitcoin long position was entered at approximately $76,600. I'm also in a new long on XRP, on Ondo, and also on Ethereum. I am expecting, to be honest, even higher price targets, and let me right now do share with you exactly what is going to be the first important price target of the double bottom pattern. So what we can actually right now do, we are going to measure the entire double bottom pattern with the trend line. So we are going to go from the low back towards the high of the pattern and putting the trend line somewhere on a breakout. And you can right now notice that most probably that the price target of the double bottom pattern is going to land almost exactly at 87,000 US dollars. This specific level, it is actually going to be a very important one. However, later in the video, I am still going to show you some even more important levels you should pay attention to, not only because of the liquidations, but also because even more levels are aligning together approximately at the area of 85,000 US dollars. But more about that slightly later. Now, I just want to share with you my Twitter feed, what I have been posting for the past couple of days, because if you have been paying attention, I would definitely say the signs were there. 7th of April, I have been posting about that Bitcoin is forming bullish divergences across all of the time frames. The signs are there. Now it's just a question of who has the guts to click the button. And not only that, one tweet before, I even posted bulls left in disbelief. Remember how 5 days ago people were bullish at resistance for no reason, and now they are selling low to me. Panic everywhere is how Bitcoin reverses. So not only I have been able to predict this entire push toward the upside with entering long positions exactly from the bottom right here, but also we have talked about that most probably Bitcoin is going to see a rejection towards downside at the area of resistance approximately at the weekly and the golden Fibonacci ratio. The prediction from 1st of April, I was saying to you, expect another push towards downside. No, unfortunately, I did not nail the exact resistance level right here. However, I definitely did warn you that we can be expecting another significant retracement towards downside, and as of right now, everything is playing out accordingly. That is why right now I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are definitely possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now let's talk about the biggest area of resistance you should right now be aware of on the entire Bitcoin chart, and of course it is going to be this major diagonal level. So what we can right now say, If Bitcoin is able to break this major area of resistance towards the upside, happy days for Bitcoin, and we are potentially maybe even looking towards a brand new all-time high. Of course, our all-time high is not going to be our first very important target where we are taking profits of our long position right here. I would still say I am taking the profits along the way. However, our all-time high is something that ideally I would really like to see, simply because once you pay attention to the hash ribbons indicator, you're definitely going to notice we have gotten a confirmation of the buy signal, and also something that we have been talking about for the past couple of days. Usually, once you see a buy signal on the hash ribbons indicator, Bitcoin likes to see another push towards the downside first before continuing higher. And that is also exactly what happened only a couple of days ago. We got another push towards the downside. We took the liquidity below our recent lows after getting a confirmed buy signal on the hash ribbons indicator. So right now, ideally, I want the bottom for Bitcoin to right now be in, and simply that we break this major diagonal area of resistance straight towards the upside. That is going to right now be the next significant bullish Bitcoin indication, and if it does occur, our long positions are going to be printing even more. Later in the video, of course, I'm also going to give you another trading idea where you can go with another long or a buying position if the opportunity is going to be offered to us in the next couple of hours, if you maybe even missed our long positions literally exactly from the bottom, because yes, to be honest, I literally gave you the exact signal where I was longing Bitcoin. And yes, if you paid attention on my Twitter feed, and of course also if you have been paying attention to my videos on YouTube right here, you know exactly I was buying almost the exact low. But a reality right now is, what is the first area of resistance you should be aware of? Because this specific diagonal area of resistance, it is also aligning with even more levels you should definitely be aware of. So the first level people are not aware of is going to be the anchored VWAP. So what we can right now do, zoom out a little bit, going with the anchored VWAP exactly at this specific high, and what you can right now see, the anchored VWAP is aligning very nicely with this major diagonal area of resistance. And not only that, we can go and pay attention to the liquidations on the 1 week time frame, and you can right now clearly see liquidations on Bitcoin are coming in at $85,300, just slightly above our recent highs right here. So at this specific level, hundreds of millions of short positions are going to get wrecked, are going to get wiped out, are going to get liquidated. So we can right now clearly see that at this specific area, we have a lot of confluence. Our anchored VWAP, our liquidations right here, and also a major diagonal area of resistance. But we are not done yet. We can apply our high-term time frame levels on the chart, and you can right now also see two very important daily high-term time frame areas of resistances. I would actually say that the upper daily level is even more important, and it does look like everything is right now aligning at the area of $85,000. So definitely, if you're maybe right now holding a brand new long or a buying position right here, stop loss to break even, and definitely the next take profit area is going to be this major area of resistance. If we are then able to break the level towards the upside, happy days for Bitcoin, and of course, we are going to look for even higher price targets. But of course, I trade from level to level. I don't know what's going to happen. I only trade the probabilities, and of course also I make sure I am paying myself on the way towards the upside. But if we do break the level towards the upside, of course, maybe even I am going to be scaling even more into my long or a buy position. And that is why if you want a free $8,560 bonus without KYC and without VPN, click the second link down below in the description. Click the link right here, register on BitUnix exchange, because only after you sign up, you're going to get 10 USDT completely for free. That is right now, unfortunately, still capped to the first 300 users. Now, additionally, deposit on your account, because you are going to get 20% deposit bonus, and additionally you can get some insane trading rewards, and maybe even a brand new iPhone, a brand new camera, or maybe even a brand new Apple Vision Pro. So take advantage of the free rewards, 10 USDT, 20% deposit bonus with a SEC link down below in the description with no KYC and without VPN. Now, let's also talk about another very important level that is aligning very nicely at the 85,000 US dollar area, because not only there is daily, not only there is liquidity, the anchored VWAP and the diagonal area of resistance, but also we can pay attention to this very interesting chart from Stock Money Lizards. And later in the video, I am also going to share with you exactly where you can be looking for another trade on Ethereum USDT as well. But nevertheless, let me right now share with you what has been right now happening with the 200 exponential moving average on the 6-hourly time frame on the Bitcoin chart itself, because you can right now see how nicely this specific dynamic resistance has been respected on the Bitcoin chart itself. Perfect area of resistance, collapse towards downside. Perfect area of resistance, collapse towards downside. And as of right now, clearly the level, it is still acting as the area of resistance. And you can right now also see it is curving towards downside. And you can also see right here, it is aligning also very, very nicely with the recent high. So because of that, I would definitely say this specific level has been a historically very important level that is right now aligning perfectly with the liquidity level, with the daily area of resistance, with the anchored VWAP, and of course also with this major trend line on the daily time frame. So what we can right now say, Bitcoin definitely does have a major area of resistance at 85,000 US dollars. If we are able to break the level towards the upside, guess what? Happy days for Bitcoin, and we are going to be looking for even much higher price targets in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of months. And also right now, let me share with you what is going to be an ideal scenario I want to see to happen with Bitcoin in the next couple of days. As we already said yesterday, with the entire push toward the upside, not only Bitcoin is right now confirming this brand new double bottom pattern right here, but also we do right now have bullish market structure on the 2-hourly time frame. So what exactly do I have in mind? We got a push towards the downside right here. We got a lower high, a higher low, and right now another higher high. Market structure on the 2-hourly time frame is right now bullish on the Bitcoin chart itself. However, what if we zoom out on the 4-hourly time frame? Is the market structure looking bullish or bearish? We can right now simply identify this specific push down, which is the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So for us to change market structure on the 4-hourly time frame, Bitcoin needs to take out those specific highs, because after that we are going to see another higher high for Bitcoin, potentially another higher low, and simply continuation towards the upside. So you can right now see how we are going to be increasing the probabilities of another major push towards the upside towards 100,000 US dollars after Bitcoin starts reclaiming some very important levels. Yesterday we said reclaiming the value area low, the last volume support level right here, it is the first bullish indication for Bitcoin. We got this right now, and now the next step is going to be break the major diagonal level. If we are able to do that, okay, then we can even wait for another higher high on the 4-hourly time frame, which also is then going to be another significant bullish Bitcoin indication. And that is why right now I do want to share with you where you can be looking for another long position, not only on Bitcoin but also on Ethereum. As I said before, I'm at the moment still holding brand new long or buying positions almost exactly from the low. However, what if you missed a brand new long position where you can be looking for another trade? And I would actually say looking for a long or a buying position already at the area where we are is, in my opinion, quite a good idea, and with a very simple invalidation level below the area of support, which is then going to be the value area low. Measuring the entire bottom price action once again, if you're setting your invalidation level below the value area low, in my opinion, that is a smart thing, because what we can right now say, if we do see acceptance once again below the value area low, below the volume level, bearish Bitcoin indication, you want to be stopped out of your long or a buying position. But with the first take profit area, of course, depends where your stop loss is going to be, but nevertheless, your first take profit, if Bitcoin then starts pushing towards the upside, is definitely then going to be the value area high, the area of resistance at approximately 88.5 thousand US dollars. This specific trade is giving you approximately 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, if of course it is going to go in our way. Now, additionally for Ethereum, a very similar story. We can be looking for a long or a buying position literally entry at the area where we are already as of right now trading at, and of course stop loss being placed below the weekly high term time frame area of support. And then another very important level you should be aware of on Ethereum is simply going to be our recent lows. Zooming out on the 4-hour time frame, you can right now see that our previous lows right here have been acting as a very important area of support, and is right now acting as the area of resistance. $1,780 is right now the first important area of resistance on the Ethereum chart itself. So you can right now clearly see I am ideally right now for Bitcoin looking for higher. I'm holding some insane long positions. Ideally, of course, I would like to see a brand new all-time high. However, we do trade from level to level. We are going to be paying ourselves, and of course also we can be adding even more to our long positions if the price is going to be moving our way. First important level for Ethereum, $1,780. Ideally, we don't want to lose our weekly high term time frame area of support right here. Similarly as on Bitcoin, we should not really lose the value area low at $80,000. If we are going to continue looking bullish, I want to see higher, and ideally, of course, I want to see another all-time high to be formed this specific year on the Bitcoin chart itself. And that is why take advantage of the free bonus with the second link down below. No KYC, no VPN, and 10 USDT only on a sign up, and then simply deposit, because you're also going to get a 20% free deposit bonus. And also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.